You know what? I'm loving so many people are here this morning.
Yeah,
Love that.
Because some conversations I have with people and they're like, oh, really? That really happened to you? I'm like, what bubble are you living in?
It actually doesn't have a positive effect on the body.
They know that they don't know and still won't go out and find the information.
Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care, and being part of that team, reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. Good morning, Ryan Knight. You jumped in. I had a meeting.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Very good morning. It's the best way to start the week with the morning vibe. For those that don't remember who I am, my name is Ryan O'Neill Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in, and then help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. And also, I'm an entrepreneur. I do run a company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile, waterless car cleaning. So we go to people's houses or their offices and clean their cars on the spot without using water and our plant-based, eco-friendly cleaning supplies. Although these last couple weeks and Wharton Willie said it's going to be a quick spring, but it is chilly. So this is kind of our downtime as the weather is crisp. But always good to see you, brother.
Good to see you also. Before we go any further, happy African History Month to everybody. So we're in the swing of things. I know some people say Black History Month. I say African History Month because in my mind, everything started in Africa. So not just Black, African History Month. And I'd like to say welcome everyone who's watching live on the replay. It's appreciated, not taken for granted. And as you can see, Ryan and I are hoodie twins today. It's Dr. Vibe here. So let's bring her up. She has been with us for a number of months now. This lady called Minnie on Cam.
And that was the thing when I learned about lifting yourself out of poverty. It's actually a specific financial number if you look at all your numbers. And now I see it happening to people in the BIPOC community. I don't need my phone for every moment. Culturally, our family doesn't let us sit down and do nothing.
It is February. Other than African History Month, Ryan, what's a significant day? You're on the clock on this that happens during February.
First one.
You know what? I forgot to do something.
Yes.
I'll give you more time to think. Please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Love you to get us to 1,670 subscribers. It seems like, but like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Also join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me dr.vibe at the dr.vibeshow.com. And to advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms I'm a part of, again, email me dr.vibe at the dr.vibeshow.com. And check out Indie Soup Media, run by our good friend Dr. Tachi, independent content creators platform with about 30 independent content creators in a little over 8 months. 22,000 YouTube subscribers.
Wow, congrats.
Very impressive. And there's a website. And maybe our African queen, maybe I'll get her on that platform. I know Dr. Tachi would appreciate that. And Dr. Tachi has a very big, I don't like saying the N-word, community because she is a member of a sorority. Hello, sorority, big. Well, maybe she'll listen to one or two things I suggest to her eventually. All right. Let's get to it. So we have, answer the question. Oh, one more thing. Coming up on Friday's show, speaking of Wayne Harris, we'll be talking about RSPs and on things Blacks can take advantage of in the coming months with the changes of government. All right, we got all of that in. Now, Ryan, what's the answer to my question?
Would it be Valentine's Day?
Yes, absolutely. Well, speaking about Valentine's Day, we have a young lady who I met via, I don't jump on many IG lives. Probably about 2 months ago, maybe. I was about 2 months ago. and I saw Frequency Event Promotions on an IG Live. I said, well, you know, if Frequency is on IG Live, I have to join. So I found out about this lady named Tye Clarke, and she runs this lovely sleepwear company called Maydn Beauty. I said, you know what? We need to get her on because, and strategically in February, to just give some thoughts to some individuals out there of the guy perspective of things that they can purchase. So without any ado, the lady with the wonderful hair, the wonderful smile, who's blushing and being, she's going, Dr. Vibes, stop your noise. All right, Tye Clarke is in the house. What is up, Tye Clarke?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I love the intro. My goodness. Thank you.
Oh, what's been going on? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I feel like now I'm popping on your IG or your platform. But yeah, it's so great to see you again. Nice chatting with you and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's been an amazing ride so far. So I'm super excited.
Well, before we get into our conversation, tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Tye Clarke, CEO and founder of Maydn Beauty Luxury Sleepwear. So the journey with Maydn Beauty started during the pandemic. Everyone was home, and everyone that knows me knows that I love pajamas. I literally, if I had the choice, I would live in pajamas 24/7. I've always wanted to start a business. I do come from a corporate background, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I figured, you know what, let me try a sleepwear brand. I don't know if I'm going to sell a couple robes, pajama sets. And 4 years later, here we are. So it kind of started off of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to see what's going to happen. And yeah, we've been making women feel amazing at bedtime. We've been taking back bedtime, making bedtime fun again, spicing up relationships, and just, you know, self-care and having fun and feeling great. So it's been an amazing journey because I've met so much amazing people like yourself, just kind of random. But I always feel like, you know, it's an alignment because, again, this is something that I've always wanted to do. And I like making people feel good. So Valentine's Day obviously is my favorite.
And I'm curious, I feel like now we have like two lives, before the pandemic and after the pandemic. So what was life like before the pandemic? Like, what were you working on?
Well, I'm a mom of two, right? So my life was pretty standard in terms of like, you know, I work for a large marketing company. I've been there for about 16 years. So I still work there, but I work from home most of the time. So just being a mom and just, I didn't even have like 50 Instagram. I was not on social media like that. So when people see me now, they're like, oh my God, Tye, like you are like out there. I was just, you know, doing my thing. And, but yeah, that was life for me. It was not social media at all. So I think for me coming into this business, it kind of took me a while to get very comfortable with social media and being in front of camera and things like that. But over time, it just, you know, this is what I chose to do and I love it. So yeah.
I'm so curious, which platforms do you gravitate to? Like, which ones do you enjoy making content for?
Well, it depends what works for us, right? Where our community, and Instagram has been doing amazing for us. TikTok, so. Facebook, yes, because that's our demographics. Facebook, I mean, when we first launched, oh my God, the amount of support we got on Facebook and still get on Facebook has been phenomenal. But our main focus right now is actually Instagram and Threads. Threads have been like for the past, I think, 4 months have been like blowing us up in a sense. So yeah, and just doing lives and just, you know, networking and in person and all those other aspects of the business to kind of, you know, bring exposure to it. So yeah.
All right. So Fitness IQ says, Tye, this time you can actually see him. I guess she's referring when I was on the Instagram live that you really couldn't see. I don't know. And then, of course, Frequency Event Promotions in the house says,
hey, Frequency.
Big up, Maydn Beauty. We support this brand. You should too. All right. So I have some conversations for you because you said for many of us, the pandemic was a challenging time for many of us. Can you share about hitting a breaking point became a turning point for you?
Well, I mean, where do I start? I think for a lot of us during the pandemic, there was a lot of challenges, with family, and relationships were tested a lot during the pandemic, work life, all of that. Our whole lives changed during the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like I had to redo my home to accommodate my work life, right? And then I had my kids, and it was a challenge. So during that time, I ended up gaining like 60 pounds. I wasn't eating as I normally do. I wasn't working out. I was just like winging it, trying to figure it out. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have a great job, but this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I think it was a turning point for me personally. And I had a couple, unfortunate deaths in my family because of, the pandemic and everything like that. And just being supportive for everyone that you can be during that time. It was such a crazy space to be in when you can't like hug someone and like just pop up and say, are you okay? And everything like that. So that it was hard for us. So yeah, I hit rock bottom. I was just like, listen, I don't care. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I'm not working out anymore. I'm just going to wing it and things like that. And it was my kids. Actually, my daughter, which is 8. I always say she's 8 going on 30. I remember laying down one day and I'm just like, I'm just so tired. And she's like, Mommy, you can do this. You can do this, Mom. And she just kissed me, and I will never forget. And she just kissed me on my forehead. And she's like, Mom, you can do this. You can do this, Mom. And from that day, I'm like, okay, you know what? My kids are like looking up to me. Like it's not that I don't have the skill sets. It's just that I'm just over this whole time in this world and what's going on, my like losses, and just like, I was not in the best spirits. And it was because of her. I was like, okay, I need to get my ish together. And I got my ish together. I launched my business. And like I said, 4 years going strong. And it's just been such an amazing journey. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for those moments. And I always tell people, like, when you reach those moments, those are the defining moments. It's either you're going to get up and fight, or you're just going to like stay there, but you're not going to reach your full potential if you're just going to stay in that moment. So whatever you need to do, just get up out of it. You have to go through it, but get up out of it. You're going to be okay. So.
And I'm so curious. Valentine's is coming up, so help the brothers out. What are the best sellers? What should we, if we put
man, hold on, man. I want to find out more of this story. You're already jumping to all this.
No, I mean, I'm curious to get
are you in trouble? Are you in trouble?
No, this is preventative. I want to make sure and be proactive so that the trouble stays away. The longer
the trouble stays away,
Mrs. Happy, I'm all for that.
Okay, so our best sellers are actually our teddies for women. Our lace teddies have so lace teddy. Okay, so we're not a lingerie brand, because most of our items and products are sleepwear, like pajama sets. But we do have lace teddies it's just a one piece. So instead of like, it's just a one piece lingerie set. It's like a bodysuit. That's it. It's just a one piece bodysuit. It's lace. And it's really very sexy.
If we got the website out, if you want, we can.
Yeah. So if you go on New Arrivals, this is kind of cool. New Arrivals, click on New Arrivals, and we have the red one. It hasn't sold out yet. Scroll down. Yes, and there they are. So you have the purple, the red has So this is the second time restocking. So we're going to be restocking again. But this has been one of our top sellers, especially around Valentine's Day, because it also goes with the red rope that we have as well. And it's just very sexy. As a woman, it just snatches you. It's a one piece. It's snatched. The lace detail. It feels amazing because it has that nice mesh. It will snatch you. So any ladies on here know what I'm talking about. You will be snatched. It's sexy. Yes. And we have a disclaimer. We always say, listen, we are not responsible for any that goes on when you purchase our items. Because I know some babies have been conceived, and trust me, we know. We're not responsible for anything that happens, but just have fun and spice up whatever you're spicing up. Spice it up.
Okay,
Ryan,
so
are you happy
quickly,
now?
if we get the wrong size, what's the return policy like?
So there's no return policy because it is a personal item. So all you need to do is just reach out to us. We'll give you a refund or send you a new one. We don't make it complicated.
Okay.
We've had to replace a couple because of husbands being like ripping rid of the lace.
Gotcha. No,
We've had
awesome.
stuff. Listen, our community is so like the DMs that I get from complete strangers, the comments, when they email our team, like people are just so comfortable with us. They tell us their whole, but what I love reading sometimes is, when a woman DMs me, it's like, I haven't worn something sexy for my husband in years and I feel amazing. I feel so good. My husband loves it. Or, you get comments like, girl, like, I'm feeling confident. You make me feel confident. And I'm like, yes, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, I wear it for myself. Like I'm single and I truly believe as a woman, you should always continue to make yourself feel good, whether it be sexy, self-care, whatever it is. You should always, because your energy is about how you feel about yourself. So if you got to put on a teddy once in a while just to prance around, and you know what I mean? Women know what I'm talking about. So just do it. Just have fun. And if you're in a relationship, keep it spicy. Keep it fun. It's good to have fun.
Love it.
Yeah.
You good, Ryan?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. All right. Fitness IQ Cam says, you must know a woman's size. She's saying to you, Ryan, you must know a woman's size. And then Minnie on Cam says, she says, they have to play responsibly.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to get back to some of your story before Ryan got in, because obviously Ryan wanted to talk about that. So let me ask, you mentioned that self-love is a journey, not just a buzzword. What were the most pivotal steps on your journey to self-love?
For me, it was unpacking a lot of internal things within myself, doing a lot of self-reflection in terms of where I want to go with my life, where I'm at. And yeah, it was a lot of unpacking. And one of the things that I really wanted to change is like my lifestyle, being healthy, being way more healthier. So I ended up losing the 60 pounds and just eating right. And I find that when you start like actually eating properly and eating good, that's good for you, it actually changes everything. It changes your skin, it changes your energy, it literally changes everything. And I wasn't really a super healthy person, but when I started my journey, I now can see why there's so much people that are choosing that direction for their life, because it's not just about, putting makeup on and like whatever, it's about actually feeling good. So I started really taking my health very seriously. I started working out, getting back into the gym. I work out 5 days a week. I started journaling a lot and I started having boundaries. And I think for me, that was the biggest thing, because I'm always like, okay, I can't help everybody, or I can't, you know what I mean? I can't overextend myself as much as I want to. I have to in place boundaries in my life. So when I do want to have my time to be alone, self-care, like, I want to have a bubble bath. I want to, book myself into a hotel for the weekend. I want to go away. I don't want to feel that guilt that comes with like, okay, I'm a mom, my kids, no, they're fine. You need to go, you need to have some time to yourself. And I think that is so important for us to implement in our life. Boundaries and just, taking care of ourselves, especially in our community when it comes to health. Like we have to take it seriously. So that was part of my journey. So,
all right. Next up, I want to put it out there. How did your personal experiences shape the mission and vision of Maydn Beauty?
Oh, definitely. As a woman, I mean, my brand is about, being a woman. So everything in terms of even just our brand messaging, our content, our visuals is all about feeling good. And I feel like as a woman, we typically wear a lot of hats. I know I do. So when you say feeling good or feeling good at bedtime, if you think about it, bedtime is actually very important because how you go to bed and how you feel is actually how you wake up in the morning. So if you're going to be, kind of grumpy and miserable at nighttime, you're stressed out, you're going to wake up with that energy. And I just want women to feel good at bedtime. Do your skincare, light that candle, put on that slow jam or whatever. You just feel peace when you go to bed. Put on some nice satin pajamas, get rid of the t-shirts, and just change up your vibe. And I feel that is so important as a woman. And that's our messaging. And that's what we kind of, pour into our brand. And that's why I think a lot of our community connects with that, especially women, because it's like, damn, yeah, like I do want to feel good. Like I want to get my, funny me, my friends say, we want to get our groove back, and what a way to do that at nighttime.
You also have this quote, upgrading your sleepwear to upgrade how you feel about yourself.
Oh,
What
yeah.
does that mean to you, and how has that resonated with your customers?
Because how you look is really how you feel, and it's a deeper than that because, again, going back to, as sometimes we don't have that time to ourselves to actually take care of ourselves and have that moment. So it's literally just all about taking that time, feeling good, putting on something that makes you feel good at bedtime so you can wake up feeling amazing, being your best self and that version of your best self. So yeah, like, I think a lot of women, you see, bust out the t-shirts. We just like put on something, put on a head wrap and just go to bed. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I do my skincare. I make sure, my pajamas are out. I have my nice scented candles. Like it's a whole scenario when I'm going to bed. That's why I love bedtime. And I think that's why you can see it in my brand. It's all about feeling good at bedtime. So it's a process.
Yeah.
I'm so curious because you mentioned you're single, and again, not to get on your business, but I'm curious what you're hearing from other single women about this dating scene. Like, are there any tips for the guys?
Oh, this would be a whole show.
Okay, we got a part two.
This would get into like a whole. This is a whole different show. But what I can say, yes, I do have a couple of single friends, and I do have a couple of amazing married friends. Now, the single one of us, actually, there's three of us, but now one of them is booed up before Valentine's Day, so we don't count her. She's just so it's just two. I've been single for about 4.5 years by choice. So I haven't really dated like that. I've never been on like online dating or anything like that. I think for me, I've met amazing people, and what I hear is just, a lot of people are, playing games. People are ghosting is a thing. Just it's all over the place. And I feel like social media is a lot to blame for that, especially when it comes to not just relationships, but families and marriages and things like that. I think we're looking at social media as this real, it's not real, y'all. Like it's really not real. Gotcha. And it's putting a lot of pressure on, Black men. And I don't like sometimes the perception of Black men, because I love Black men and I know a lot of amazing Black men, and that's not how they are or they should be portrayed. Right. So I do fight for my if I was today, I can't see myself without an amazing Black men. So I love my Black men. But yeah, when I do get out there, for sure, I guess I'll see what's happening. But yeah, it's just a lot of weird stuff right now. And I think it's just a lot of people not healed. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I want to go out there. Funny, I was joking with Dr. Vibe about having an AI boyfriend at this point, because I'm like, listen, I don't know about all of this, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because I haven't really been out there like that, but I don't know. I just hope we get it together, because I do love seeing amazing Black couples together when they're all booed up, and like, I love Black love. So yeah.
They didn't ever do like what do they call those events, speed dating, or events they matchmake?
I don't know of any that's going on. Like, are you okay? Are you married or are you single?
Yes, I'm married.
You're,
Yes.
you're married. Awesome. So I have a question for you then. So how long have you been
here
married?
we go. Here we go.
So we are going on 16 years married
16 years.
and together 23 years.
23 years. Awesome. So from a single person, I just need you to give me two advice in terms of if I'm open to dating this year, what advice would you give me from a person that is obviously seasoned? So, what advice would you give me? Two advice. I want to be prepared.
It's interesting because I met my wife through online dating. So we
online dating
on Black Planet years ago.
Oh my God, Black Planet! I remember that. Yeah.
The interesting thing with Black Planet is that we didn't have our pictures up. So when we first met for our date, it was almost like a blind date.
Blind date, yeah.
So I find right now there's too much shared. Like we know too much about everything about us. So it's like those conversations where you're actually getting to know somebody before you even go on a date. So some of my friends are like, oh, I'm talking to this person. And it's like they just jump straight to seeing them as soon as they text on their online apps. So I would say those phone call conversations are really important because you get to learn a lot about
the old school way, right? Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's missing now. I feel like people jump right
to texting and all of that
really quickly. So phone calls and the patience, because I had to be patient courting my wife. I mean, it took a while to start dating, and then I feel like it took too long for me to propose, but I should have proposed earlier.
But it's timing, right? Everything has its own timing, right? I got to work on patience. So thank you for that.
All right. Since you, I don't want to interrupt your love in both you two. So, but I want to get to some comments here. Fitness IQ Cam says, how about for ladies that love track pants?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bring on the ideas. We love it. We love it.
And she goes,
that'd be super cute.
She goes, LOL, Dr. Vi's reaction. That's from a few moments ago when you guys went down that path. I just said, good for you. Mignon Cam says, hire a good matchmaker. All right.
Okay.
All right. Ryan Singh says, finding that right partner is so important.
Yeah.
And Wayne Harris goes, Clark, Wayne's asking, are you Bayesian background?
No, I'm not Bayesian. I'm Jamaican.
All right.
Yeah.
Fitness IQ goes, Boxside Ryan, congrats. And she also goes, Black Planet. Woo!
Yes.
I know, Black Planet.
It's still around. I thought that closed long time.
It's still around?
Yes, apparently, somebody said it's still around.
No way.
Frequency Event Promotion says, Tye, have a great idea for single folks. With good credit. We'll talk offline. Minion Cam says, Fitness IQ Cam, the website is still around. It's just different. Like I said, invest in a good matchmaker. Mr. Raymond Millen, always a pleasure to have you here, saying, good morning. First bit of advice is develop a there's a friendship before intimacy, friendship before relationship. Next, make sure there's a lot of commonality.
Yes, that's super important. Yeah.
And there's alignment.
Yes.
Alignment.
And someone that has a good sense of humor. Like I laugh a lot. I joke around.
First of all, you want to have someone who has sense. Then you can get to the humor part.
Wait, so hold on. So Dr. Vibe is married too. What tips would you give for our guest about finding a long-term partner?
First thing is friendship before relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get into a commitment relationship, you're not just with the person, you're with the family.
Yeah. Love that.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So that's important. And I would say, you're on the right path if you go through one of you go through a challenging time and it keeps you together.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes.
Because no matter whatever type of really close relationship, there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows. And If you're still strong during the lows,
Yeah.
that's a good indicator. Next up,
Absolutely.
McMillan Group says you're on spot, Ryan. Fitness IQ goes bap, bap, bap. Fitness IQ goes sense, looks, and laughter.
That's what she's looking for in a man.
No, that not just sense, looks, and laughter. There's a
lot
few more important things. Like, you know, like for me, you have to be a person that has God-fearing. That's number one. You have to have a sense of family. That's super important because I'm very close to my family. So family is very important. And you have to be ambitious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want a partner in crime. I want to like take over together.
Well, I
and
also,
you know, be in sleepwear and snuggle and all of that and laugh and all of that. So
I will say you want someone who completes you. You don't want to compete with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Complete you, not compete. And especially these days
Be a
in
team.
dynamics, you know, there you go. Right?
Be a
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Makes
And
the
also
dream.
realize that you're never going to completely know your partner. There will be some things you'll never, because at the best of times, we don't even know ourselves.
Yeah.
So work at it. So,
speaking of which, are there men's sleep attire on the website?
We are cooking up something very special. We are currently testing a couple products for the men's collection. It's something that's been in the works for some time. But during research, I've come to realize, you know, men are very particular. So we had a couple of samples that I have a couple of, you know, guy friends that I know that are currently wearing it and just getting a feel of it. So we had to make some adjustments because men are particular about certain parts. So I'm learning all of this. They don't want the drawstring. They don't want this. They don't want that. So it's been quite interesting. They don't want it too tight up. They want it kind of loose. Some don't. Some this. They want it to breathe. Like there's a lot. So it's been fun.
Hold on a second. So short little story. When I was younger, living in with my family, my dad would come home every day from work. The first thing he would do is put on his pajamas.
Yeah.
And like I'm going, Dad, it's like 5 o'clock. Suns ain't going down for hours. He says, we're not going back out. So a few years ago, guess what I got as a gift?
You got pajamas?
I love my PJs.
Gotcha.
I love my drawstring. I love my PJs.
Yeah.
So if you need a tester, Tye, we already talked before ahead of time.
Yeah. I may need some models.
Hey.
So Morning Vibe family. As Prince said, do I got the look to model for PJs?
Yes, you do. Of course.
Okay.
We're going to be recruiting models, so I may have to reach out to both of you. Actually,
you don't have to recruit. I'm sign me in.
You signed up? Okay, great.
Sign me
Noted.
up.
After I finish
Noted.
more push-ups, I might sign
You
up.
don't need no push-ups. We want listen, we don't want no six-pack. We want natural, amazing men, you know, so we don't need no
one pack. Yes.
So Fitness
okay.
Cam said she can't list all her requirements. All right.
My goodness.
There's it's actually not that crazy. Just be chill. Like that's it.
All right, we got the people going here. McMillan Group says, great point, Dr. Vibe. Family dynamic is extremely important.
Yeah.
Mignon Cam says, this is the point of a matchmaker. They look and filter while you focus on growing your business. C Nurse K says, morning all. Some people look good, but are ugly inside. Facts.
Yeah.
Frequency of event promotions. Is this a shot at me? Dr. Vibe, you have the lyrics, aka your mouth sweet. All right. Dr. Tachi says, happy Monday, all. Good to have you here, Dr. Tachi.
Hey.
K says, being an entrepreneur is hard enough. Being a mompreneur is next level. Congrats to you and wish you continued success. Ray McMillan says, there we go. It says buttons, loose. He's giving buttons, loose fitting, natural fabrics, breathable, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you. And noted.
And C Nurse K says, Dad bod for modeling. She smiles. Oh, well, she ain't looking for the dad bods, you know? All right.
I listen, I love dad bods.
Offline.
Yes.
So back to the somewhat serious side. What sets Maydn Beauty apart from other sleepwear brands?
We're not, see, it's almost like going to, you know, when you go down the cereal aisle, there's so much cereal. Well, we're kind of like in that aisle. Like, I mean, you like what you like and you like what you like. We're not really trying to set ourselves apart from anything because we are in a market where there's so much amazing brands that I actually really love. I think it's our community that sets us apart. Just the way that the love that the support and love that we get from our community. Just people constantly reposting, constantly, you know, in the DMs, oh my God, you know, you're amazing, or I love what you're doing. That's what sets us apart. It's just a vibe. It's really a vibe. Like, I feel like I always say to my community, like, I don't know none of y'all, but I promise you, if we had like a huge pajama party, we would all be like, it would be so lit. And that's that's what sets us apart in that sense. Because it's a close-knit community. It's women that are going through different journeys and just having or stumbling upon our page, and that just they can relate to, and they just makes them feel good. That's what we want. That's really what we want. Because we do have a lot of things in store, but we want to ensure that our community is tight. And that's what I really, really put a lot of time and effort in, making sure that our community is tight. So if we do pull up, like a couple of events that we're going to talk about coming up, they're going to pull up and it's going to be a vibe, and I get to meet everyone face to face. And it's going to be, that's what sets us apart. It's our vibe. Yeah.
Dr. Tye, I'm not sure if you're thinking what I'm thinking. You should connect Tye to Asha from Black Queens of Durham. I'm not sure if you already know.
I know. Oh my God. I'm a part of that guy. I know Asha. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. I know Asha. I've been a part of that group. They are one of my biggest supporters. Oh yeah. I love Asha.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. I go to their events. I've been to their pop-ups. I'm well connected in that group. So yeah, Asha's the bomb. Yeah. Asha's
we had
the
her on our
bomb.
show a few weeks ago. So we're big fans.
Oh yeah, Asha's amazing.
So getting back to the brand, your collection includes everything from satin robes to lace teddies and cozy PJs. How do you approach designing pieces that make women feel amazing inside and out?
Okay, so the one thing about having a brand that's, about women and how they feel is you have to ensure that they actually feel good in it. So one of the things that I wanted is I wanted our brand to cater to all sizes, all body types. You know what I mean? If you got a little bit of curve, we got you. If, not so much, we got you as well. So that was one of the most important things. So everything in our collection really does cater to any type of body type. And for me, like, if I am putting on satin, I have to make sure it's thick and so we did a lot of extreme testing before we even launched. I think it was like 6 months of finding the right supplier, working with them, designing the pieces, selecting the different satin fabrics, because I wanted satin because it's so classy. It's so it's amazing and it feels good. So that was a fun process, but it's just curating and catering to different body types. And that was one of our main things. So everything that we do offer extends to up to 3X to 4X, because whether you want to put on a robe or a pajama set, we want to make sure that, it fits right. And it's supposed to feel the way it's supposed to feel. You feel me? So, that's what we try to do. I mean, cater to all the curves. If you got them, bring them. That's what we always say.
There's a tagline: cater all the curves. Tagline.
Yeah, we say that all the time. If you got curves, bring it. We got you.
All right. How do you balance fashion, comfort, and functionality when creating your collections?
Well, we have to by creating different types of styles, right? So, for example, we have like the button down, then we have the drawstring, then we have the tie waist. So we try to cater our collection to how you like to wear your sleepwear. I know, for example, for me, I don't particularly like the button down, but I like the tie waist, for example. So we have different options in terms of how you can actually, style your PJs. Actually, to the point where now it's like you can mix and match, and you can have a whole different like sleepwear collection. And you know how you have different shoes? Now you have different types of sleepwear to go to bed in. So we have a lot of different types of in our collection, like the robes and the pajama sets, the short sets. The copper's my favorite. Scroll. Oh, yeah, this right here. Yeah, we're about to sell out of that. That has been one of our hitters because it's so different. It's such a different color, and on any skin tone, it looks amazing. So that's also something that we take in consideration too. Is the colors that we want, the palette for our brand that we want. We want it to complement all skin tones. That's super important. And like I said, going back to spicing up your bedtime, I mean, you don't typically see a lot of women sleeping in that. So
who's
it's different.
the model in this shot? Who's the model in this shot?
That's me.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So like a lot of entrepreneurs, when I first started, I didn't have models. I didn't have influencers. I modeled way, way back in the day. And I'm like, you know what? I have to show my product. And I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And they turned out great.
How has influencer marketing worked for you? Like getting people to wear your stuff? What's that been like?
Yeah. And I think going back to ensuring that you have a real solid community, because people that you don't think are watching are actually watching. And the influencers that, I mean, they've turned into great friends. They reached out to me, or they were customers that I didn't even know. And they're like, then all of a sudden I saw a whole bunch of different beautiful women posting and retagging us to the point where I reached out to a couple of them. I'm like, oh my God, thank you for purchasing. Would you be interested in, if we said, like, I didn't know. And they're like, hell yes, girl, hell yes.
Yeah.
And then to the point where we worked with about 20 different influencers, just not even influencers, just women that just love our brand, and we've reposted them to the point there are a couple of them on our website as well. So again, it's building that community. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not about followers. It's not about how much followers you have at all. It's about building your community. And if it's aligned,
I'm just gonna add on that. I don't like that word, but I say what I like the R word. You're building relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You have the relationships, and I love how you said you don't have to have a large mass if you have
not at all.
That's what counts, because the right people will send your message out to other people that you don't even know. And they're the best marketers for you. They're the best marketers for you. So that is 100%. Ryan, do you have to leave at the top of the hour?
I do. My apologies.
Okay, no problem. Any last words you have before you put it in order?
Well, I'm going to look through. The colors are amazing. My wife's favorite color is purple, so definitely go check that out. I am hoping to get the size right, but it's such an honor to meet you, and congrats on the business. If there's anything that organizations like the Afro-Caribbean Business Network can do to support, please let us know.
So absolutely. And keep it, like, I love the fact that you've been married this long. Keep it spicy.
Okay.
Keep it fun. Keep it spicy. Keep it fun. And it's not just Valentine's Day. You're going to do something, make sure, you do something special all year round. And it was great chatting with you.
Same. Thanks so much. All right, brother. We'll
take care, Night Owl. Later. All right. We got some more conversation pieces and things I want to look at this. We got more comments in. You got some time because people loving you, by the way.
Oh, I have until I have 15 more minutes.
Okay, we'll get it done. All right.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
We'll do it quick. So C Nurse K says building an online engaging community seems challenging. What are some of the tips on growing your community organically?
Oh, absolutely. I have 3 main tips. Okay. You have to be consistent. Okay. In the past, going on 4 years, I've never gone more than 5 days without posting. Okay. Consistency is absolutely the key. consistency. You have to understand your audience. That's number two. You have to understand your community, understand what they like. So what, sometimes I have someone else that works with me. We actually go through everyone that comments on our pages or likes, or we go on their pages. We see what they're all about. We see what they're liking. We see what you have to understand and continue to do research about your audience, because that's how you're able to kind of put together the right content to grab their attention. You know what I mean? Those pain points. So that's number two. Number three is networking, getting out there face to face. It's great to be online, but I can't emphasize the power of face to face. There's so many events that I have gone to where people are like, oh my God, you're the robe lady. I've seen you, like you're the robe lady, and they see me face to face, and it's like you're building a whole, thank you, Dr. Vibe, relationship based on that. So first they were just like, you stumbled on their page, then they meet you face to face, and then now that you turn them into buyers, and then they're now opening doors for you. So I can't emphasize enough. It's not just about, posting on social media. You got to get out there, get, in-person events. And that's the best way to build your brand organically. And also, in addition to that, another huge tip, every time I go to an event, I have a goal in mind. I'm going to dish out 50 business cards to key people. And I do not, as soon as I dish out my business card, I exchange email. Email is bread and butter. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of email, because we have a very extensive email list. Email them right away. Start following them, engaging with them, because you don't know where that door may open. And it's so important to stay connected. So those are my tips.
Okay, I'm just going to add some suggestions on what Tye said. I agree with her. I'll just add on some things. Make sure your net is working.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't do networking. I build relationships. And then for me also, when you have a large group of people, you want to get them to know, like, and trust you. That's one part. That's old, but there's two other parts. Do you know what they want? How do you find out what they know what you want? You ask them, or you do surveys. I love that. When I assist entrepreneurs, one of the first questions I ask, have you done a survey? And many of them say, how do you know what people want?
Super important.
And the last part, can they afford it? Some suggestions. And I like how she mentioned follow up and follow through.
Yeah.
When you meet someone who's meaningful, like if I go to any events, I don't give my business card to anybody. This is just me. If I have a meaningful conversation, because remember, I spent money on that business card. I'm just not going to just give it out. And the funny thing is, 75% of the people I give a business card to never follow up with me.
Do you follow up with them?
Yes, I follow up with them. And how do I follow up with them? As some people know, video messaging.
Oh.
So I'm sending something personal to them. And the people that do answer, first thing say, this is so cool. So before they say, wow, you took time to send a video message to me, then they start saying, you know what? I want to chat some more. This individual is different. So I would suggest, again, this is just me. You follow up. You tell someone you're going to follow up with them in 48 hours. Make it 24.
Yeah.
Under promise and over deliver.
Absolutely.
We got 12 minutes left, so we got a rapid fire here. C Nurse K says, that is so thoughtful. I see a need for this during the postpartum stage. Okay, we got that up.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Ryan Singh says, very nice work. He also says, my wife's favorite color is also purple. Oh, is she a Prince fan? You know, Prince. Fitness IQ compliments C Nurse K for her questions. He says, great question, C Nurse K.
Yeah.
All right. We also have, okay. Okay. C Nurse K says, thank you for the amazing advice. Event Promotion says, email marketing is not dead, or call it is alive, well, and not in decline. Yeah, email marketing. Look, family, for those who have their head in, there's so many things going on with digital platforms right now.
Yeah.
Have an email list. You control that.
True. Yes.
Not like all
Absolutely.
these people on Instagram that, hey, love you, but first of all, they're collecting data on
Mhm.
you. And also, when you have an email message, no one can take that away.
Yep.
No one can take that away. So fully
Absolutely.
agree with that.
That was the first thing that as soon as I started my business, I religiously, I've depended on email because
Yeah,
there's so many times Instagram has,
absolutely.
disappeared.
Absolutely.
I want to get in
Or,
contact with my people.
yeah, and if you can afford it, one of my longtime suggestions, give good phone. Give good phone. Or give good video messaging. Again, that's another thing, just from my lens. A lot of people are missing out video messaging for business. It's still not used. So I'm just
Mhm.
suggesting, and if anyone wants to see how I use it, touch base with me. I'll show you. I can send 10 video messages quick in 15, 20 minutes.
Nice.
It's better than, oh, what am I going to say in this video? And that's just natural because I'm used to being in front of a camera. I can just bang. It's much more effective. And the software that I use tells me when a person opens it up. You ever send an email and going, wow, did they open it? Da, 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 da. So there we go. It's not about me today. So let's get one or two more questions. There's so many things I wanted to share with you, but I will let the audience do their questions. Actually, here's a good one. If you could describe Maydn Beauty in 3 words, what would they be?
These are amazing questions, by the way. A self-care. Self-care is definitely one of them. Feminine, feminine. And comfort.
Okay. All right.
There's so many.
Okay. No problem.
That's what came to mind.
No problem. So I was going to ask this one, but I think Christopher Lawrence, I'll let him because he's a visitor of the show, a friend of the show. First and only question: if budget was not an issue, where is Maydn Beauty in the next 2, 3 to 5 years?
Oh, we're gonna have definitely a retail store. Absolutely. Retail store in Montreal. I really need to get out there. Montreal, one in Vancouver, one obviously in Toronto. Having more like events with our community, like exclusive events, like a pajama party, that kind of vibe. The next big task, again, people always say, Tye, you have these big ideas and my pockets are like this.
Why not? Why not?
But I love it. I want to do like, yeah, why not? Think big. A fashion show. I want to do a really artistic approach to a fashion show with our entire collection, with some of our amazing ambassadors throughout, the years. And I think it would be phenomenal at a very nice location, very, grown and sexy.
Just out of curiosity, have you ever did a online pajama party?
An online pajama party with my family during the pandemic, but not an online pajama party with our community. But we've done other things, but not an online pajama party. I think in person.
Okay, no problem.
Frequency
said it was the one and only question. Of course, he has another question. Tye, talk about your IG lives. May or may not be important. So he's wondering if your IG lives are or are not important.
Oh, absolutely. Over the years, we've had some amazing you've been on quite a few of them. Some of them I didn't know live had an expiration time. I've had to go back on live. I've been on live till 5 a.m. in the morning. We've had some great conversations about, about sex. We've talked about relationships. We've talked about all of that. And every time I go on live, there's always something. And so that's something we want to continue because I have been getting a lot of amazing feedback about our lives. They're good. They're mature conversations. I'm in my pajamas or eating typically, and we just
Yes,
like you
yes.
popped on. I'm always eating. And it's just a vibe. We talk about entrepreneurship and we talk about so many different things. And the folks that do come on are usually cool. A lot of them I don't know, but a lot of them are from the US. And we just, yeah, so that's definitely something that we love to do, connect with our community in a different way. So that's also a great way to get folks organically is doing lives. Just let them see you in your element.
People I know, people may be shy, but the best way to create content is live streaming, because not only is it video, you can take the content, repurpose it so many ways. It's a great way. Another question from Wayne Harris. How do you balance femininity and being a boss babe? Do the two conflict?
Not at all. It's almost like a switch. So, I have a couple meetings today, so I will kind of switch into my boss, and then when it's time to switch into Maydn Beauty, that's when I get, extra feminine and I put on some candles, maybe some berry white, and just unwind.
Actually, ironically, you mentioned that. I was chatting with some people yesterday. I had the blessing and privilege a number of years ago to see Barry White live.
Really?
With an orchestra.
No.
We can talk
really?
offline. Yes, we'll talk offline.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Or like that's my thing. Like Luther Vandross, Barry White,
Barry White, man.
Barry
White, man, the Walrus of Love.
Dion, Patti LaBelle, yes, Marvin Gaye, obviously. That's my whole vibe. So that's how I transform.
Okay.
When I'm ready to unwind, when it's time to kind of have some time to myself, that's how I unwind. That's how I guess transform into Maydn. And that's what I want every woman to kind of transform in a sense where, again, going back to we wear many hats, but when it's time to unwind, I want us to really unwind and take that time out for ourselves. So
right. So Fitness IQ Ken says, I see a lovely gift for myself and homegirls.
Woo, yes.
Right? And she goes, the online party would be live.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some ideas.
We can have a Galentine's one live Galentine.
And there we go. And Mignon Cam says there's also a big Canadian event called the Taboo Show.
Ooh, the Taboo Show. I've never heard of that one. I'll write it down. And
then Fitness IQ goes, yes, Luther, Marvin, Tina.
And she goes,
bop, bop, bop.
Bop, bop.
I have a feeling that Fitness IQ Cam is going to be putting in an order.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. Awesome.
So,
awesome.
We'll start winding it down. If you could see one long-term impact of your brand in the world, what would it be?
I want the impact that we would have is just, allowing women to feel confident. Confidence is something that's very impactful because that is something that you carry with you. You know what I mean? And whether it be sleepwear, whether it be any elements in your life, there's nothing like having that confidence. And that is something that we want to impact all women with. Just having that confidence. You know what I mean? Accept everything about you. Like, this is you. This is all of you. So that's the impact that we want. We want women to feel good. We want women to feel confident and just take time out for yourself. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. And wow. So family's given suggestions for you. See, I have a family. I don't say the C word because, but Mignon Camp says, and women's show, get a booth there.
Oh, funny you're talking about shows. We are going to be at Stack Market on February the 21st. We were selected for one of the vendors for their Black History month celebration. So we're going to be at Stack Market on February 21st. And we're also going to be this week at Stack again for my dear friend Chica O. She's doing her art collection there, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. So this month, I should say, and this week is going to be super busy for us. So February 6th, so you can go on our page. All the details are there. February 21st, you know, we're doing a huge campaign. I want to meet our entire Maydn Babes in person, pull up, say hi, shop, vibe.
Okay,
So we're excited.
When are you going to start creating a Maydn Booze?
Maydn Booze?
Yeah, because you got the Maydn Babes. What about Maydn Booze?
That's something I can consider. Maydn Booze.
All right. Minnie on Cam says Toronto's women's show is in November, and the Taboo show is usually right after or before that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very familiar with the Canadian Women's Show. Thank you for that. Absolutely. The Toronto Women's Show. Yeah, absolutely.
And Dr.
There's a couple of there's the Black Queens of Durham.
Yep.
The huge pop-up event they have. Yeah. So there's the calendar for 2025 is quite packed.
Yeah. Dr. Tachi says this is such a good show. I agree. And one last thing I want to ask you. Thank you for giving a few extra seconds. What advice would you give a lady looking to reconnect with her confidence and self-esteem?
The advice is to unpack first. You know, we got to unpack the layers. You know, sometimes we have a lot going on internally. So it doesn't even matter what you do on the outside. It's not going to heal what's on the inside. So unpack, absorb it. Journaling for me has really changed my life because it's kind of like a way of me releasing a lot of the things that I may be feeling. I do believe in manifestation. So anything that you're thinking, I have so many sticky notes, guys. Like I have sticky notes everywhere. Write it down. And I would say as well, just take time out for yourself. Again, I keep going back to that, you know, mental health. I'm a part of this other organization as well that talks about mental health, especially in our community, Black community, and with women. And it's so important. Going back to, we always wear many hats. I mean, I'm a mom of two. I have 2 businesses and all of this madness. Taking time out for myself has really, really channeled my life in terms of how I want my life to be balanced. Because everything at the end of the day, we want everything to be balanced, right? So taking time out for yourself, unpacking, taking care of yourself, meaning eating healthy and working out, taking walks, all of that, I'm telling you, it makes a huge, huge difference in building the confidence. But before you do all that, you got to do the work. You got to unpack, you know.
I'm sliding another one in. Who inspires you most in your personal and professional life? Who or what inspires you the most in your personal or professional life?
My mom. My mom. My mom is like my bestie. My mom is everything. My mom is, because the reason why I like sleepwear, I'm Jamaican, right? So I used to see my mom and her sisters, her aunties, you know, when they're getting ready to bed, they always have their, like, in the day, they called it slips. So they used to put on their slips. They used to put on their cocoa butter. They used to put on their powder, you know, the powder they used to use on their neck. So I grew up seeing that's how they used to go to bed. You know what I mean? It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. So seeing my mom, that's how my mom is till this day. And just, she's been my biggest inspiration, my biggest like cheerleader. She's grounded me in so many ways. My mom is my bestie.
And Fitness IQ says, moms are the greatest.
Oh, my mom is the bomb. My mom is a blessing. She's
I
He's just
noticed
everything.
with her purple heart, she put it too. All right.
Yeah. That's
Tye Clarke.
branding. Look at you.
It's-
Love
got
it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Tye Clarke.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Tye Clarke?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hope you
This
enjoyed
has been great. Great questions.
Well, we don't want to disappoint you, Tye Clarke.
This has been awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
You can come on anytime.
Awesome.
Anytime. You have a home here. So
Mhm.
as always, we still have to have an offline conversation because have some other suggestions when you're ready
Okay.
from your tour. I will end off with this. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy, especially in the situation where you're on your journey right now. Also,
Mhm.
remember to give yourself grace.
Absolutely.
And if you're not making money, make history, but you're doing both. By the way, when are you going to take a vacation?
Me?
No, Ryan, who just left. No, yes, you.
I actually I'm thinking the ending of February. I do have to go to Atlanta for another podcast show in late March. So it's either I go just a quick to Jamaica, just probably a couple days, the ending of February. And then after the Atlanta show in March, I'm definitely going to take probably a week off and go do something.
All right.
Maybe I'll find. I'll keep you posted.
You know,
Maybe
we
I'll find
definitely got
hubby.
to shout out Ryan. Oh, Lord.
I was really funny. Me and my friend were joking. We're like, let's try to get you a Valentine's before Valentine's Day. I haven't heard Cupid. Cupid is not answering my texts. I don't know. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe, this year. I'm hoping maybe this year something might happen. I don't know. Or I just have to have a,
We're gonna
AI.
go. No, I'm not even gonna go past that because that's another hour, and you don't got another hour.
No, I gotta go.
That's an email conversation. All right. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Her contact information for her company is on the screen. It's also in the comment sections on all the platforms that I broadcasted on today, except LinkedIn. She's got that smile. She's got that hair. As Prince would say, she got the look. She got those. Tye, thank you so much. Don't lose your laughter. Don't lose your smile. Keep it going. And we're here to support any potential ad. And family, buy something from her site.
Aw, this has been awesome. Thank you. This has been so cool. Thank you to everybody in their comments. Like, I love it here.
All right. Well, come back anytime. You could be our monthly love doctor.
Ooh.
I'm serious.
That's like a 3-hour show because that whole show can get
no. Different. We do different segments each month.
Okay.
But I'm gonna throw that idea out too. We'll talk about email wise and just talk about relationships.
Oh, absolutely. Spice it up.
Be careful what you ask for because my email's coming.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay. You heard that, family? The email is going out today, not in 48 hours, less than 12. You think I'm playing?
I know you ain't playing, and I know you ain't playing. Let's do this. It's
Okay.
been so fun. Congratulations on your show. Thank you for having me. And this has been amazing. So much fun.
Why not?
So much fun. Yeah.
Have a great rest of the day and enjoy switching, as you said.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys. And see you on the 21st of February and also February 6th. So later.
Be well. All right, family. That was amazing conversation with Tye Clarke and lots of fun, eh? Lots of fun. Family, thanks for making it amazing as usual. So let's close it up. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Want to get more subscribers? Next thing is 670. We're at 1669. So one step at a time. I like to go in small Small wins, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Also, join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com to advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that I'm a part of. Email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Next up, how can you get a hold of Ryan and myself? Ryan O'Neill Knight.com. KN, not N. LinkedIn, Ryan O'Neill Knight. Instagram, at ryan.knight99. Email, work with me at ryano'neillknight.com. For myself, if you want to get a hold of me, website, the drvibeshow.com, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, The Dr. Vibe Show, Instagram at The Dr. Vibe Show, X at drvibeshow, email address dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, and I'm also on Blue Sky at drvibesky.social. Wow, this is a beautiful way of starting off the week. Wasn't that great? All right, so we are done. So as always, this is how we finish off. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember, don't just manage your time, manage your energy, sorry. And new one, make it better. God bless. Peace be well. Keep the faith. I think we have one more. Oh, Fitness IQ Cam says, awesome. Thank you. All right. So you got the contact information. I'm expecting to hear about a purchase you're going to make there. So we are done. We're back on Friday. I don't think we have any conversations during the week, but follow on the YouTube page. There's a lot of replays, and also join the Discord group and the YouTube page. There'll be replays on the Morning Vibe. I'm going to post some more up this week. Good. There's the information if you want to do that. We are done. God bless. Peace to well. Keep the faith. Walk good. We'll see you soon.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Ah!
God.
Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.